Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Infamous Idiots podcast. My name is Marco.
I'm Richard.
And we are the Idiots.
The infamous ones. If you guys are new here, consider subscribing. We greatly appreciate it.
Absolutely. Today's topic of discussion. Pretty much everyone's talking about it right now. It's all over social media. It's in the background. You know what it is. Deadpool and Wolverine. Mm-hmm. Was it worth the hype? What do you think?
Yes, I think so. I mean, when was it? It was originally teased, I know, on Ryan Reynolds on his personal YouTube channel, like in late or early 2022.
Yeah, where he posts all his Mint Mobile commercials.
Yeah, exactly. And he just goes for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, hey, I've been thinking about switching to Mint Mobile
Just cause Ryan Reynolds.
Well, not just that, but it's like also $30 a month is pretty good.
Ryan Reynolds,
if you already have your, phone paid off and shit like that.
Ryan Reynolds can get me to do anything he wants.
Yeah, exactly.
No homo. Or you know what?
A little.
It's Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, Ryan Reynolds. I'll let him do anything to me. I'm like, you want to tickle the gooch? All right, bro.
You gotta wear the Deadpool suit though.
Yeah, you have to wear the Deadpool.
You have to wear the Deadpool suit.
Yeah, you have to wear the Deadpool suit. But I do think it was worth all the hype, and I think it was
best
funny.
movie ever.
Not best movie ever, but it was damn good fucking movie.
Damn good fun.
Damn good.
Damn good.
It
fun.
was literally what it was like. Let's fucking go. Like that's
the feeling I felt
like,
too.
Let's fucking go.
I got what I wanted from Deadpool and Wolverine.
It was very good.
I didn't expect some fucking masterpiece about childhood trauma or something. I wanted a good time. I wanted a bloody time.
Yep.
And I wanted a foul-mouthed dude who just didn't know when to shut up. And that's what I got, honestly.
And I will say, like, Wolverine in particular, he just gets the most out of it when it's rated R. Like, Logan was masterpiece. In this,
you don't know how they were able to do PG-13 before.
Well, dude, because I recently rewatched some of his old. I really wanted to watch when he was Weapon X. I think it was Apocalypse.
Oh, no, are you talking about recently?
Yeah,
like
he
the
was
cameo.
like the cameo.
Okay,
because I was like, I forgot about this. I wanted to see what it was. That was like, I remember
really
going
cool.
into it. I was the only thing I was really excited for about that movie, because I remember hearing so many bad things like reshoots and
Apocalypse, right?
I believe it was either that or no, it definitely
was Apocalypse.
Yeah, it was, because I did not see Dark Phoenix.
Apocalypse was just not.
No, it was not it. It was not it. And I do remember at the time being like, "Oh my god, this was awesome." And then me going back to watch it now, I'm like, this was not like. How did you even?
Dude,
do this?
I actually never liked Apocalypse.
I didn't like Apocalypse.
I remember
either.
walking out of the theater and being like, that was like a mid superhero movie.
Yes, I would even say
it was
mid.
like mid, and that's being gracious because
yeah.
there was a lot in that movie I felt was retreading old grounds. Like I
yeah,
love
100%.
Magneto, but how many times do we have to see him go good, turn bad?
Yes.
And then
Charles is like, don't do it, don't do it. It's just like, we've already gone this whole route before. I 100% agree. But like I said, leading up to it, my only thing that I was really, truly excited for was the Wolverine thing, because, like that was, they were heavily marketing because of after all the reshoots and everything. Like, we kind of got to put Hugh Jackman back in it. Yeah. And they just shoehorn him in. But what I really want to touch on.
It was a cool cameo, though.
No, it was a cool cameo.
I think it was.
I love him in his Weapon X uniform, personally.
I just like seeing Hugh Jackman.
Yeah, dude. I mean, you just get the
but
whole
to be fair, that man is
everything.
Oh yeah, that's you get the whole lore. Indeed.
Yeah, but yeah, like I said, I don't know how they ever got it done with PG-13, especially after
Well, dude, if you rewatch some of the old X-Men movies, they do you remember the flashbacks in X2 of him being Weapon X? They were really bloody too. I remember watching them as a kid. I was like, whoa. But
I'd argue by today's standards.
I'd argue that if Fox took if they had balls and they did that with Wolverine, I think they would probably be what Marvel is now. Or at least they'd be their own company. Or at least they'd be their own company.
I disagree, just because, like, dude, they just never had any like continuity with like the way.
Oh yeah, that's so. There's no continuity with any of the movies.
Yeah, it's just all over the place. My favorite X-Men movie is Days of Future Past. I recently rewatched it and I was like, that's a goddamn fucking good movie.
It's good. It's
really
definitely not the best
good.
X-Men movie in my opinion.
I think it's the best X-Men.
It's
either that or probably First Class or X2.
For me, I do think Days of Future Past is top 2. I think it's number 2, but I think top 1 is X-Men First Class.
Yeah,
hands
it's
down.
really fucking good. The only thing is with me is like, I don't know. Maybe it's just because I've seen it a lot. I don't know. But Days of Future Past, I just really loved how they fit it. I know they did the same with First Class, but I really loved how they. And I've always been a big fan of the Vietnam era.
Yeah.
Like it's always been my Black Ops 2
The
was
war
my favorite.
aesthetic.
I mean, Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2. I just love that Cold War. It's grimy, it's gritty, and that's where that era took place. And like where they were showing when Mystique was in like the Capitol when they were trying to degress everything. And she was like showing in the real footage, like it was like a real event.
Yeah.
I was like, this is
That's
world building.
yeah.
I was like, I love this.
Yeah.
So those are just like some little things that why I think Days of Future Past is my personal favorite X-Men movie.
Okay. Fun fact: I have a playlist saved on my Spotify called Vietnam War music, and I listen to it
Is
a lot.
the Four Sons on there?
Yeah, Creedence Clearwater, Black Sabbath, all the good stuff. All the good stuff. But no, dude, I absolutely agree, and I think Deadpool and Wolverine is such a. I do think it's a love letter to the old Fox movies, the stuff we grew up with.
Well, I felt like it was actually like a true. I don't even know if you could say passing of the torch, but passing the torch type feel where it's like this is the end of an era where this is what happened here, this is what's new, this is what's coming up.
And I think this is a perfect example of making a cameo work. That kind of like fit the narrative. You can run with the fact that these characters, all the crazy cameras that they have and the team that they assembled, you can see them being in that position. And I think it works for the movie.
Well, I also think it's like credit to Marvel for putting in the groundwork with Loki, like filling out the void, the TVA, and like, Deadpool's even making references like exactly what episode it is, what season it is to some, because I know not everyone watched Loki. To me, Loki is one of the best things that Marvel's put out, and along with Deadpool. In recent years, you know what I mean? Because like it's been very much like this. Yeah. But I stand by Loki. Loki is very, very well done and good. But like I said, them putting in the groundwork for what it is and to like lead it up to that. Because if it was like DC or even Fox, like they're just like, this is what's happening now. Yeah. It wouldn't have been 2 seasons.
They're like that major event that took place over courses of comics. Yeah. That had build up. We're doing that in one movie.
Yeah, we're doing it in one movie.
Flashpoint!
Yeah, exactly.
Like, dude, it's his first movie. What do you mean? Exactly. It should be his third or something,
Yeah. I mean, dude, perfect example is Batman vs. Superman. Like, you didn't need to do that.
All right.
Hold on. No, this is what it... This is the... I've been thinking
about Deadpool.
I know, but I have been thinking about this where I'm like, it really should have just been Superman, Batman vs. Superman. And just doing it that way would have just made it so much smoother. You can't tell me it wouldn't have been.
Well, I do agree, but also the thing with like the death of Superman itself, that storyline for sure should have had a lot of build up, a lot more build up. But my thing was, I will always defend that Doomsday isn't a compelling character. Doomsday is just like Hulk smash. Yeah. On fucking steroids. There's no personality to him. So when people are saying, oh, they just shoehorned him in as just some big guy they all have to fight, well, like, yeah, bro, that's all fucking Doomsday is. Doomsday is just a creature everybody has to team up to fight.
Yeah, but you're talking about Justice League, though.
What do you mean?
Doomsday was in Justice League.
Oh, you're talking about the animated movie right now?
Oh, wait, never mind. I see, this is what I'm talking about. DC's all
no, I'm talking about Doomsday as a character itself. Doomsday as a character itself is just literally a beat 'em up guy.
But what I'm trying to say, what people are saying though is that like they just shoehorn him in with all these other characters along with not building them out. That's where it's really coming from.
But you don't need to build up Doomsday.
No.
A lot of the people's critiques, other than the death of Superman, was the fact that Doomsday was created by Lex Luthor, right? Yes. And that simple problem, it wouldn't have been that difficult. A fucking meteor and his ship fell at the beginning of the movie, and they could have set up Doomsday that way.
But Doomsday
what I'm
was
saying is like
Batman
he's not
Superman,
that important,
right?
Yeah, he was.
And
he was the thing they fought at the end.
I know, that's what I'm saying. But they also shoehorned in Wonder Woman because she had not yet had her own standalone movie by that point.
Yeah, no, not yet.
So that's what I'm saying though. That's why people were saying, "Oh, you just throw it in," so it makes it feel like, "Oh my God, everything is just getting shoved in there." Because I agree with you. I agree with you. Doomsday is very much like Hulk smash.
Yeah.
Like that's what the character is. But when
He's
you
a
do
physical
everything
force.
in that scenario, because you're introducing Batman, you're introducing Wonder Woman, you're introducing Doomsday, and large part you're introducing why am I forgetting his name? The bald guy. Lex Luthor. You're introducing 4 characters. That's why it feels so just like.
Well, we're getting off topic.
We got way off topic. We haven't done a pod in a minute, so
Yeah, we're getting
our brains are
right
just
back
like,
into it. Okay, and I'm trying to keep him on tangent. It's like when I mention Khabib's name, he just goes off on a. You see what I mean? So
Fuck
I'm,
Khabib.
you know,
He's not my goat. He's nobody. He should be.
we're still
nobody's
talking
goat.
about Deadpool and Wolverine,
Yeah, I
sir. And we're talking about how the cameos actually really did help and made the movie a lot better. Although they do feel like that. Someone posted a meme of a scene from The Boys when they're doing the show, and Homelander's like, and the new member of the Seven is the Deep, and he just like turns around. Like, I do feel like the cameos do feel that way, but they're supposed to feel that way because you're like, oh,
What
shit.
also feels more in line when it's coming from like like Deadpool.
Yeah.
You know, because he has that ability. Like I saw some theories that like he's like a superior being. Yeah, you hear that too? Yeah. He's like
Ice
like
cream
there were
truck
some
from
theories
hell.
that he's a superior being because he's able to break the fourth wall.
Yeah.
So he might be some sort of like an anchor point eventually. Because like they were alluding to, like the biggest question is, what was that scene with Thor?
Yeah.
What is that going to lead to? It's most likely going to be Secret Wars or Doomsday.
So
or whatever.
I think it's gonna be. I think it's such a fake out. I think that Thor's not gonna know that Deadpool has a healing factor, and Deadpool's just gonna want Thor to hold him.
But the thing is though is that
so.
But like if there can be I mean, because technically Deadpool died in Deadpool 2.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
He came
saying
back.
though. Is that like in because correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't Deadpool always in a constant state of death? And that's why because in the comics he's able to interact with death
Yeah,
itself.
he's in love with death.
Yeah, I know, but that's what
Him
I'm
and
saying.
Thanos.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying though is that he's always in a constant flux of death. So his healing factor is really just keeping him just alive enough, but he's still feeling all this pain.
Well, yeah, to an extent. Like, it's a really cool dark storyline. I don't think they're ever gonna do it. But like, he'll literally kill himself just to hang out with death and be with her.
But that's what I'm saying though is that like if he's already in that realm of being like so close to death and everything like that, they killed Logan. There's a way to do it.
Yeah, dude. In the comics,
And
there's a way to do it.
Let's be
and
honest,
kill
like
anyone.
Ryan
yeah.
Reynolds is most likely not gonna want to do it forever.
You think he's gonna want to like drop Deadpool after Secret Wars? I don't.
No,
think so.
no.
I don't think so. He doesn't have to. He could literally. He could literally
hold on.
do a Mandalorian.
I forgot what it was when it was released. 26.
What?
Is that Doomsday or is that Secret Wars that's released in 2026 or is it 2027?
I'll be honest. I have no idea.
But see, Ryan Reynolds I think is 50. He's either that or he's 48.
Pedro Pascal is that age too.
I know, but the thing is though is that what I'm
And
saying,
Hollywood
hold
50
on.
is an
What I'm
average
saying
50.
though is that he's already been the character since essentially what was Origins came out. That was like 2012.
Yeah.
He's essentially been that character for that long.
Okay.
I understand he loves it, but I also realize that he's probably not going to want to do it forever and wants a correct.
You don't know that.
No, would I want him to do it for? Fuck yeah!
You don't
let's
know
go.
that. You're being so negative right
I'm
now.
not
and
being
I don't
negative.
like it. You're like he's
I'm
getting
just-
older.
No, what I'm trying to
He's-
say, this is what I'm coming back to is the Thor thing. I think there's a way where they can have him die. This Deadpool die.
I don't
You've
want
already-
him to
you've already
die.
announced- you've
Why are you
already-
being so negative?
They just killed a bunch of Deadpools in this one movie.
But they revived. They have the healing factor.
No,
I think
not
you're wrong.
Nice Pool.
I think, dude, Nice
Dude,
Pool
when he
is my
said-
favorite.
Yeah, he was all. But he was like,
Favorite.
I identify as a venomous house. I was dead laughing, bro.
We laughed a little too hard at that. We laughed a little too hard.
It was a little quiet.
Yeah. Oh, I know,
it was
dude.
funny as fuck though.
Or when he was just like, when he's like, oh, I can tap lead jet, like touch the fourth wall to the proposal. He's like, what the fuck was that?
Yeah.
It's like he pitched this. That's what you think I do?
Yeah.
So that was good. I liked him a lot. Nice.
Yeah,
Pool
it was
so funny.
awesome. And he had dope ass Desert Eagle, super sick.
Yeah. Oh, dude. Yeah. There's no reason Deadpool took. And here's the thing that I have always liked about the Deadpool movies is they keep them consistent. He's very morally ambiguous. He is kind of like a fucking piece of shit asshole, and I don't want them to change that. That was always my fear with Marvel. They're like, we're gonna make him heroic, and it's like, no, dude, this dude's very much a degenerate. Like, he's
agree.
a good person deep down at heart, but that first Deadpool movie perfectly captures that thing. He's like, when he kills the villain, as Colossus is giving him that monologue, he's just like, I'm not that guy.
Yeah.
He's like, I will put a bullet in.
Hey,
his
he's a
brain.
true anti-hero.
Yeah,
He
so
literally is. Like, and another thing that I saw people were griping about is like, because like they were like trying to me, in my opinion, nitpick on how they censored Deadpool. Because do you feel like they censored Deadpool at all? I
don't feel like they
do
censored it.
think they did it at all, but they were. This is why This is why they said they were nitpicking. Maybe it will make you be like, "Oh my god," is the body horror. You know, like in the other ones, like he's broken his hands, like he's had limbs chopped off. But my argument to that is like, I didn't feel like it was necessary to the story.
yeah,
Because like they're in the void, they're going against these power
The story
beings.
itself is the biggest gripe I've heard, like the biggest nitpick. Everyone's like, it's just they're like, there's barely any story. It's just like get to point A to point B. And while I do agree with them, it's also like you said, that body horror thing. It doesn't. It wasn't needed.
And
Also, we've seen it twice before.
Yeah, and they
it's
they
not shock
substituted
value
it. They
anymore.
substituted it anyways. You know, when she fucking ripped the skin off of him, I was like, whoa!
I knew something brutal.
I knew it was gonna happen, but I didn't think literally peeling just the skin.
Well, you didn't even say who they killed.
I know.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
We should. This
Yeah,
spoilers.
I guess it is just spoilers.
It's been too. We've already spoiled a lot.
True, that's
with
true.
all the cameos.
I don't know why I
stuff.
was just trying to hold on to
Yeah,
that one.
but when the Cassandra Nova kills Chris Evans, our boy, the Human Torch, that was very heartbreaking, honestly. And I just knew it was gonna be a brutal, gruesome death. I just knew it. I know Deadpool. I know Ryan Reynolds. Anytime they can get someone like that, they're like, it's gonna be bad.
Yeah.
And
I love how after he's
it.
like, he was just ballooning the budget. We had to get rid of him. I just love that.
Yeah. I agree. But still not my favorite cameo. My favorite cameo. And the more I think about it, the more he pops up on my feed.
Yep. I already know who it is. It's
yeah?
Blade.
No.
Oh, it was Gambit?
It's Gambit, dude.
My personal favorite was Blade.
I didn't think I would be so into him that now I'm just like, just give Channing Tatum the role, please.
I'd be down. I'd be so down.
I'm not that much of an X-Men fan or a Gambit fan, but seeing him like that, I was like, that was so funny. It was
really funny. All the
such
memes
good
and
chemistry
everything.
with Ryan Reynolds, and yeah, man, I loved him. I mean, yeah, dude, he's quotable as fuck. He had a lot of cool moments. That was probably my favorite cameo.
Mine was Blade mainly because like I grew up watching Blade, and
second favorite.
I was not. I had saw some things that Gambit was potentially going to be in it, and I was like, that makes sense. Blade, I was like, especially as Wesley Snipes, I did not think that was ever going to happen. I was like, and I think you said it, or maybe I saw it somewhere, but they're like, just have him reprise his role. Fuck it. He already did it. Why not do it? You don't know what's going to... They're pretty much the same age now, I think.
That's not good.
Yeah, exactly. So...
That's not good.
Dude, just have him reprise
You're getting
his
to
role.
a point to where you might as well just get Wesley Snipes back. And it's no disrespect to Marshall Ali, but I think this is 100% Marvel's fault.
Yeah, I agree.
100%. Them not being... How hard is it to make a good... It's not hard to make a good Blade movie. Even the worst Blade movie is good.
Yeah.
Blade Trinity.
Yeah, Blade Trinity was awesome.
It's still a banger fucking movie, honestly.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, man.
I always liked that
What
movie
do you
as
think
a
about
kid.
the action?
Dude, the one takes were fucking fire. My
favorite fight scenes didn't even involve... were mainly, like, the ones where Wolverine and Deadpool fought.
Yeah,
Those were,
my
favorite
I
fight
agree.
scenes. I think, the first fight, to me, is... I love the second fight.
Yeah, when they're
But
in the
that
car,
first fight, when they finally throw down,
Mm-hmm.
that's probably my favorite. Because when Deadpool's like, all right, nerds, get your sock out.
Yeah.
I was like, it's already out.
Yeah.
I'm currently doing it right
Mm-hmm.
now. Like, it was so fun. It was such a good, fun time. That's all I wanted, and that's what I got.
Yeah, it was like we said in the beginning. It's let's fucking go. It was just
Let's
it was that
yeah.
energy the entire time. It really never relented, and it was funny as fuck the entire time.
And you know what? If you didn't like it, that sucks. That's cool.
Yeah.
But like, don't shit on anyone that did. And if you did like it, don't shit on anyone that didn't.
Yeah.
Again, this is all art. It's up to interpretation. We live in a world where people seem to fucking forget that. Okay.
Yeah.
Just because someone didn't like Deadpool and Wolverine, I'm not gonna call them an idiot. I'm gonna be like, okay, that's fine. Deadpool genuinely isn't a character for everyone.
Yeah.
And even if you liked Wolverine and you're not a Deadpool fan, I actually wouldn't recommend this to you. Because there's too much Deadpool in there.
Yeah.
And Wolverine, you know. You still get your Wolverine fix, though.
Yeah.
Because, woo! I'm not going to lie. My pants got tight when I saw Henry Cavill.
Oh my dude,
God.
the fan casting I never knew I wanted. I was always on the board of like, I think Tom Hardy would be really good at it.
He just loves Tom Hardy.
I do love Tom Hardy. He's one of my favorite actors. But this on the this is a very good substitute.
You're like,
I like
do it.
I'm like,
No.
let's fucking go.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Dude.
Like,
he's so jacked.
he was so
too.
fucking jacked. And I just love how he, like, again, to just go back to Deadpool and like how he's able to just it feels like it's always ad-libbed from
Yeah.
Ryan Reynolds himself.
I guarantee you it is.
Yeah, I
he was
would
like,
love to see the actual like full-on deleted scenes
Yeah.
of just everything that he's ad-libbing,
Yeah.
especially from that one, because
Yeah.
I'm sure there are so many DC jokes that got cut.
Oh my!
I guarantee it would have been great.
I promise you. and dude, when he was like the Cavalrine,
Yeah.
he's real. I'm like, dude, you can't just tease us like this and not give it to us, you know. Honestly, hot take: the brown suit that Wolverine wore in that brief cameo when he's fighting the Hulk,
Yeah,
kind of liked it better than the yellow suit.
really?
Yeah,
Wow, that's
that's look. That's a really hot take of mine. I think that if they had the mask on, because personally, me, I liked that suit better than I liked the yellow one. In the
I like
comics,
the
in the
yellow.
comics, and everything overall, just because I don't know, there's something darker that I liked about it. Yeah, so
I don't know,
I mean,
maybe it's
either
just-
way, the suit looked great though. I loved the yellow
Yeah,
suit.
it was
I think it
good.
looked amazing.
I think just for me, I preferred the yellow, mainly because I grew. My introduction to X-Men was the fucking
Animated show?
Yeah, the animated one, the OG one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I feel like that's why a lot of people gravitate towards that one, because I know I do.
Yeah.
But I don't hate that one. I don't hate the brown and yellow at all. I really don't. I personally do prefer the yellow. I think it just. I mean, especially once he gets the fucking full on.
Mask on.
Yeah, it just hits for
Well,
me.
I also think that if we had, okay, I think your mind would change differently if you saw him wear the mask with the brown one.
Yeah. Also, I
Also
feel
the
like that
lighting.
one is really like that one felt like you know, like when people do cosplay. That's how it felt to me. Like if you look at the suit
What's
itself.
wrong with cosplay?
No, I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is like the quality. Like if you look, like let's say
That quality looked good.
it does
it
look
looked
good.
more comfortable.
No, it does
It
look
makes
good.
sense.
But what I'm saying though is if you look at the quality of the yellow suit, where it's like you can see the engravings, it's
Okay,
indented,
the quality
like-
of the main suit movie and the suit that he's gonna briefly wear for like 10
exactly.
seconds.
That's what I'm saying.
Of course, the main
That's
movie
what
one
I'm
is gonna
saying.
look better.
That's what I'm getting
But
at.
even with the minimal quote unquote effort that you're trying to say that was put into the last suit, still looked better in my opinion.
I mean, that's just your opinion. We're gonna have to.
Yeah,
agree to
it's my
disagree.
opinion. Yeah.
I but like
So
I
stop
don't want
trying to change my
hold on,
mind.
I'm not trying to change your mind. I'm just saying like it's like this to me. Like it's very slight. Like
Okay,
we're,
but
we're
we can-
literally like picking.
We can
nitpicking
both
here.
agree that it's better than both are better than the leather.
I hated the leather.
Yeah.
Even as a kid, I was like, that's Wolverine. I remember even being like, that's Wolverine. I mean, I liked him more. I liked more of his drip when he was in Origins.
Yeah, I
You
was
know,
gonna
where he's
say
just wearing the tank top, like he's just.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You liked him in
exactly.
the tank top? The
When he
leather
had like the
jacket?
leather jacket, he was just
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
Like like I said, as a kid,
At
I
that
did
point-
enjoy that movie for what it was.
at that point where just have Wolverine wear his clothes. There's
Yeah.
no point in putting him in a leather suit. He doesn't look good in it. No, Hugh Jackman looks good in leather, but it's just the leather suits are dumb. And
Yeah.
did you see why they were even made them leather? It's because at that time, the 2000s, that's
Yep.
when the Matrix came
Yep.
out and everything, and
Yeah, I
everyone
did
was
see
like,
that.
"Let's do it."
Well, the newest X-Men '97, they made a joke about it. Like, what do you think we were gonna wear leather?
Yeah, that's hilarious.
You know what I mean?
That's
So,
I
like-
still haven't seen it.
Either have I, but I've seen clips of it where I'm like, I do want to watch it. I just Also, I do want to say, I love that they recreated the meme of Wolverine when he's just in the bed. I was like, yes,
Yeah.
let's fucking go.
Yeah,
Like, you know what I
yeah.
mean? Like, everything that they're doing for this movie, the promotion, the merch that they're doing, the buckets of popcorn, like, they're going that extra mile and it's worth it. You know what I mean? Like, this is how it's done right.
Yeah, and if you want a fun, bloody time at the movies, Deadpool is that. And Deadpool and Wolverine, I think, will give you that. I don't feel like you need any knowledge of any of the other MCU
I mean, shit, he'll
movies
break
or
the fourth
Deadpool
wall to
movies.
tell you exactly what's happening. So,
Yeah,
you know
so
what I mean?
if you've never seen any Marvel movie for some odd reason, and you're like, I kind of want to check out Deadpool and Wolverine, I think you'll be okay.
Yeah.
He'll,
I mean,
he'll
they
let
laid
you
it up
know.
for you.
Yeah. What would you rate it? What would you rate it out of 10? I'm gonna give it.
We're about to see it again.
Yeah, we are. About to see
It might
again.
change. Man, watch. I also gotta say that in the theater, packed. I haven't been to a movie like that in a long time.
Yeah, Furiosa was not packed.
Yeah, it was not packed. Like I remember when we went there, I was like, oh, there's actually kind of a lot of people. No, there was not a lot of people.
No.
I was just cope. There was like this was packed to the brim. We
Yeah.
saw an IMAX.
Yeah.
You're going the extra mile for IMAX. You know what I mean? So, and it was also just like the vibe. You know,
Yeah.
when you're in a packed house, it's just a different vibe.
A lot of people were drinking, though, to be fair, too.
Yeah, and I don't know. Honestly, I give it a 9.
Really?
It was really like I said, it was let's fucking go energy.
Yeah.
Like that's how it was the whole time. It delivered on everything I wanted. You know, I wasn't like you said. I wasn't expecting some grand, emotional, deep journey. It was fucking goddamn.
I'm going to
good
give it
fun.
an 8.5.
Okay.
I think that's pretty good.
Yeah, yeah.
I was thinking about 8, but I was also just thinking about how I felt after the movie. And when you make me talk about the movie in like a good fun way afterwards, I know I had a really good time. So that's why I did that extra half. But I do agree with some of the people that are like, this isn't the same of like the first Deadpool movies, but that's okay. Deadpool can be what he wants. There's still those first 2 Deadpool movies. If you don't like this, that's fine. But I think this is fun. I think it's a fun reintroduction to an old friend, and that I missed a lot. But again, Deadpool's not a character for everyone. If you don't like foul-mouthed assholes that don't know when to shut up, then Deadpool's just not the character for you, dude.
Yeah, I love that type of shit. So,
what do you think of? Who do you think has the better merch?
it's 100% without a doubt Deadpool.
Yeah.
It's just there's just no way around it. I mean, it's hard to find.
Who do you
good Wolverine.
prefer out of the 2?
Okay, definitely now it's Deadpool.
Okay.
For sure. But back in the day, it was Wolverine. It was always Wolverine for a very, very long time. Even when the first Deadpool came out, because 2016, 2018 was Logan, right? I think.
2016 was Logan. 2017.
Yeah, okay, 27. So they were a year. I still prefer, even at that time, I mean, I think the first Deadpool is a masterpiece, personally. So I still, at that time, preferred Logan, especially coming off of that. Logan, I think, is probably one of the best superhero movies of all time.
I don't disagree.
It might be my second favorite.
Let me
Maybe
guess.
third.
Number 1 is The Dark Knight.
No, it's Spider-Man 2.
Sam Raimi?
Yeah.
Oh, I'll allow
I mean,
it.
that thing is just. Does it get any better?
There's a couple better movies, but yeah.
Well, in terms of superhero movies, though, I'm talking about.
There's a lot of superhero movies.
There's a lot of superhero, and I would have to really go in. Because honestly, I would. If we probably should do this. Actually, we should do like top 10 superhero movies. I would
Okay.
I would
I'd be
really
down.
want to rewatch like the old Blade movies. Like I would want to go into it.
Yeah, I'd totally be down to do that.
Okay, so look out for that video.
Yeah.
That sounds fun. I'm excited now.
Yeah, I know, right? Because
But
now we
yeah.
got an excuse to rewatch all the old.
Yeah.
Number 1, Green Lantern.
yeah. Green Lantern's number
You
one.
just agreed. You're
Well, I
like,
was like, oh yeah. No, I was more like, oh yeah.
no, Green Lantern is really not as bad as everyone says. It's just a mid movie.
Really fucking mid.
If Green Lantern came out in the early 2000s, Green Lantern would probably be a hit.
I don't think that's saying a lot though, because like the quality of
No, but that's
those
what
movies at
I'm
that time were
saying.
just not that great.
What I'm saying is like that was a good superhero movie at one point in time, just not the time it came out.
Disagree. Maybe I have
Agree
to
to
rewatch
disagree,
it,
yeah.
but like
It's
oof.
really not. Yeah, I don't
I
know.
just remember
That's
being
just
like,
my opinion,
oof.
personally.
That was a severely underdeveloped human being and did not like it. So
You still are.
Yeah, but you know, I have a little bit more than you, so.
Yeah, you're 30, so.
Exactly.
Wait, also,
I'm
happy
older
late
and
birthday,
wiser
right?
now.
Happy late birthday. He just
Happy
turned
birthday
30.
Israel.
Yeah.
Well, our birthdays are one day apart.
Yeah, 1 day apart.
1 day apart.
1 day apart. Second, and I'm the fourth.
Mm-hmm.
Both even numbers. For some odd reason.
Leo season, we just be on it, bro. Talking too much shit, to be honest.
Yeah.
Getting myself in trouble.
Yeah, have you?
Yeah.
I bet you have.
Yeah.
Yeah, lately you've been
Said some things
crazy.
to coworkers, you know. No, like get upset. I'm like,
It's
I'll
just a
slam you
prank.
on your head, bro.
It's just a prank, bro.
Just start talking like George Bush. You're like, I'm about to hit
Calm
this
down.
fucking pub.
Dude, you know what that reminds me of? Do you remember that? You remember Harold and Kumar
Which
go to Guantanamo Bay,
Okay, yeah.
and then they parachute out of the plane
Mhm.
into George Bush's house?
Yeah.
Do you remember
Yeah,
that?
I do.
Oh, that's such a good movie. They needed, they don't make comedies like they used to, bro. I miss.
Do they
those
make
movies.
comedies at all anymore?
No, and that's a whole other conversation we could have too. But about like how the like cancel culture and the quote unquote woke media kind of really did kill comedies. Because I don't think The Hangover would be able to come out today either.
Dude, Tropic Thunder wouldn't be able to come
Yeah,
out
because
today.
you
There's a lot of
Do you
movies.
not remember Zach Galifianakis literally walks up to Mike Epps and he's like, "What's up?" and he says the N word.
Mm-hmm.
And you're like, "Oh yeah," you know. You can't do that shit today.
Yeah, you can't.
You definitely can't do the Harold and Kumar movies today.
No,
It
I
was-
mean, there's a lot of movies that you can't do. A lot of things that are said that you can't do. Like, dude, even games, bro. Like, dude, they used to drop the F word all the time.
They don't anymore.
No, not anymore. I think like the whole woke culture, I think started like 2014. I think
Yeah,
around
sounds
that
about right.
time. Around that
2014,
time, that's when
2015.
games and movies both started to change like the way they were writing and stuff. But dude, if you go back to like games like that released in 2008, they'd be dropping it like crazy. You're like, whoa!
Like, where's this today?
Yeah.
I missed this.
I need my fix.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
But you know, the Slim Shady LP is always there.
Yeah, dude, that was such a good. His latest album was so good. It was so good.
Mhm.
And he released an interview of Eminem
Where he's
being
talking to
interviewed
his
by
younger
Slim
self?
Shady. Yeah,
Yep.
I thought that was really, really
It
cool.
was dope.
That should have dropped before the album.
I
drops,
agree.
though.
I agree.
That's a total miss on whoever is fucking running that shit. But
Mhm.
that's just what I think. But there a lot of stuff has happened since we've been gone for these past couple weeks. UFC 304 has just wrapped. Well, actually, we didn't scratch that. We're going back.
I was like, wait, we're over here.
We're going back. The boys just ended.
I was like, wait,
The
what?
boys.
Remember the name? Am I remembering?
Yeah. Who?
Who? Exactly.
Anyways, The Boys has just wrapped up its 4th season, and I think it's another testament of. I'm gonna continue to fucking
Stroke the cock.
Yeah, I'm gonna fondle the balls, gargle them, but
Put
this show
3
has
fingers
not
in the
disappointed.
asshole. Yeah.
3 fingers, that's a lot.
Well, Huey was taking more.
Whole fist.
He was-
We're
yeah.
taking the whole fist.
Yeah.
But man, again, I just think The Boys quickly just establishes why it's one of the best superhero shows of all time. How
I still think season 3 is better.
I don't disagree. My main thing is this season was clearly build up for the next.
Yes, I agree.
But for the build up that we got, I really, really liked it.
It was damn
I
good.
really, really loved
Damn
it.
fucking
And
good.
I think that season finale might be my favorite episode because everything just makes sense. It
Yep.
goes down.
It just tied it up like a bow. It
so
was perfect.
beautifully.
It really was.
And I gotta give it again, Firecracker. Dude, her monologue at the end,
Mhm.
right? When she's like explaining the future of how things are gonna be now because of Homelander. Man, I felt it out. The tears of her eye in her eye as she's like saying this speech so passionately. Shout out to the actress that plays Firecracker because she absolutely killed it in that.
Yep.
But also, again, Anthony Starr's Homelander, phenomenal.
Killing it, bro.
And I just can't believe that we got to that point at the end where they basically won.
Mm-hmm.
And now we're just like, what the fuck are we gonna deal with now? So I'm just intrigued of where we're gonna go with the story, especially with Homelander finding out Soldier Boy's still alive. Is Soldier Boy gonna want revenge? He's obviously gonna want revenge against Billy Butcher.
Yep.
Is it gonna be this war that just destroys the whole? I don't know, dude. I'm just so excited.
How powerful do you think Billy's gonna be now?
Not powerful enough to fight Homelander
You don't think
and
so?
Soldier Boy. No, I don't think so.
I really don't know. From what I saw, I was shocked.
Yeah.
When all the tentacles coming out, or I would assume they're tentacles.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then I was shocked and fucking ripping her in half.
Oh my god! When he ripped Newman apart, I was like,
yeah, it was just like, I like her, but like,
I like her a lot too.
It was so satisfying though, just to see her get ripped to shreds.
Yeah.
In a scenario where she was like, a back against the wall essentially.
Yeah.
Thinking she's gonna get out scot-free.
I can't think of a more
boys universe.
yeah, dude, and I can't think of a more foreboding ending for a season finale than this one too.
Mm-hmm.
Just because the way it ends, you're like, I don't know how the fuck they're gonna just live now.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Crazy.
Oh.
And Starlight, her
fucking power out of nowhere,
yeah,
right?
just goes out.
She's like, now that Huey's taken, I can fly.
Yeah.
He was holding me back.
It's holding me back,
No, I'm just
exactly.
kidding. But dude,
But,
that was
it was out
so
of nowhere.
sick. I'm actually,
Yeah.
I think I think she's gonna be like OP'd as fuck.
So you think she'll be able to go toe to toe with Homelander?
I think she might be able to.
Yeah, I think.
I think that it's gonna be a slight team against Homelander and Soldier Boy. I still think Soldier Boy might wind up killing Homelander. In all honesty,
I could see it, and honestly, I think having that fight be for the final showdown, or maybe somewhere along there, would be fucking fire.
you know, I think that I feel like what they're gonna do is like Soldier Boy might be an antagonist and on Homelander's side throughout the entire season, and maybe at the end he realizes that like Homelander just really is a giant piece of shit and deserves to die.
Well,
Because
they're both pieces of shit.
Yeah, no,
first
they
of all.
are. But I think that this newer version that is Homelander, right? That is the 2.0 of Soldier Boy, is still infinitely worse than the worst Soldier Boy. That's just what I think.
agree with that. I do.
I
agree with
don't.
that.
Soldier Boy isn't a good
I
human
think it
being,
will be.
but there's more redeeming qualities in Soldier Boy than there are
I do
Homelander.
agree. I think it will be more of a power struggle, and I feel like Ryan will be the reason to why they would fight to begin with. Like, I feel like that is going to be something that's going to provoke Soldier Boy. Like, maybe he hits Ryan or something. He's like, okay, kids is where the line. That's the line.
Oh, you think Soldier Boy would see that against Homelander?
Yeah.
Yeah, because Homelander was giving a lot of, like abuse vibes.
And I think
Ryan.
if actually physical conversation, then I think that will build the crack, and that's why they'll actually end up fighting. Because I think it will be a power. I think they'll be in.
That's
insane.
interesting. And then maybe I think that'd be really cool. And maybe Soldier Boy's like sees Ryan for as young as he is, and he can still kind of like
He's not shaped
make him
yet.
better.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not shaped yet. He can still grow to be better.
Mm-hmm.
But again, that's also if they decide to redeem Soldier Boy.
True.
Who knows? Maybe they could just fucking kill him off, dude.
True.
I don't know. I hope not. Cause
I hope not, dude.
I genuinely.
Dude, the amount of edits I see for that man is insane.
Dude, that man is loved, and rightfully so. That man,
Yeah.
Jensen Ackles is amazing as Soldier Boy.
Yeah, Soldier Boy quickly became one of my favorite. Would he be even considered an anti-hero?
Yeah, I think so.
I would say
think
he's
so.
one of my favorite anti-heroes because
Yeah.
he's just a dirty boy, fucking Captain America, and I love it.
Dude, and the fact that he's always smoking weed is so hilarious to me. I'm like, that's my guy.
Mhm.
You know, he's just banging grannies and smoking weed.
Yeah.
What a life.
What a life.
What a life.
But yeah, I think the boys hit it out of the park yet again.
What
and
would you
it
rate
makes
this
me
season?
so excited. Dude, it was fucking damn good, man. It was really fucking good. I'd probably give it like an 8.5 because I give season 3 a 9.
I'm giving this season a 9.
Yeah, see, it was
Last
really
last
damn
season
good,
was
bro.
a 10 for me though.
Yeah, I don't disagree. I really don't.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, I season 3 is 100% my favorite. I mean, just the whole build up or hero orgasm, it was just awesome. You know what I mean? The fights that we got were sick.
Also, can we talk about how dirty the show does MM? Why does he always he got cock slapped and got knocked out, and then last season he got like a freaking room full of cum all over him. You know?
Yeah,
And
they
then
really
and
do.
then he got choked by the cock in the second
Yeah,
season.
he's really just the butt of the joke.
I feel so bad for him.
He even got the fucking...
Dude, I
don't
legit
even-
thought they were gonna die.
Yeah.
I was
that's
like, are they gonna fucking kill? Because I sometimes with this show, you don't know, but they won't kill off the main cast of their show yet. We don't know if they will do that in the 5th season. But they're really good at making you feel like someone's gonna die.
Yeah.
I genuinely fucking thought that like MM was gonna die at least because the way he was just it by himself.
Well, his whole story arc.
Yeah.
I thought...
Me too, dude.
Yeah.
I thought when he got cock slapped, I was so happy because I was like, I don't want him to die. You know.
Yeah, I agree.
And also, fucking poor Kamiko. That was so heartbreaking when she yelled no.
Mm-hmm.
I felt that
Yeah,
shit.
her first
dude.
words.
I was like, she just got her man. Let her be happy. You know.
Yeah.
Oh man, and that actress, she does such a good job as Kamiko, and she really sells that one line with like such heartbreaking intensity. And you're like, just give her back her man, bro. That's all she wants. She just wants to leave. You know.
It does really point out though how pointless that storyline though was with his boyfriend.
Okay. In retrospect, I don't think so, and here's why I think
Okay,
that.
let's hear it.
Because I think that she needed to realize, Kamiko needed to realize, she wouldn't be happy if she wasn't with Frenchie, and Frenchie needed to realize that there's like no other person that could make him happy like Kamiko.
Okay, I agree with that, but I feel like the
Could have done better. Could have been done better.
execution could have been better.
I agree.
I feel like if you would have just introduced this guy,
but when they
a
kissed,
season earlier.
But when they kissed, Kamiko and Frenchie, I was happy.
Oh yes,
Fuck yeah,
100%.
dude.
Well, because like the whole time I was already like we even talked about it in one of the earlier pods. We're like it just kind of got out of nowhere. I thought him and Kamiko were kind of going that bad, but all right. I mean, I guess it's a new thing.
Fake out, yeah.
Yeah, but like I said, looking back on it, I just think the execution was what the biggest point was.
I don't disagree.
That's
it.
it.
It could have been
To
done
me,
better.
I feel like if that's the worst thing about this season, it was a damn good season.
Like even in the end, what they were trying to convey still worked.
Yes.
Although the execution could have been better, that's still a damn good show.
Yes, I agree.
So yeah, man. Again, would you 9 for me? You said 8.5 for you.
8.5. Yep.
And unfortunately we have to wait till 2026 for season 5.
Time, bro.
But in the meantime, we'll have Gen V season 2. And I'm all
So
caught up.
have you watched Gen V? Then?
Yeah, dude.
You finished it?
I finished it.
Dude, tell me. You gotta tell me what you think.
Dude, Gen V is really, really
Yes,
fucking good.
thank you.
It is really, really good.
It's
I did
really good.
not expect to like
It's
it.
really fucking good.
The
Okay,
world
thank
building
God.
that they do for the boys is
Yes.
actually so good.
Dude, you guys don't understand how I'm like,
Yeah.
bro, you gotta watch it.
He's
You
like,
gotta
watch Gen
it.
V.
It's so
Watch
good.
Gen V.
And I was like, I don't want to hype it up too much.
Dude, that
but I'm
character
like,
you told me was like me.
yeah.
The chick that
That can
grows,
shrink.
that
Yeah.
can shrink. She was my favorite
Yeah, I
character.
know.
She was I felt for her, bro.
Yeah. Well, because there was one scene you probably remember better than how I can recall it right now. But she like just shows up to the dorm. She's like, "What do you want? I have like all these drugs." And that was him when he was like 21, essentially. Like that was literally
Like 19.
19, okay.
19, 18.
Literally ripped from there. I was like, "Oh my god, this is Marco."
Yeah.
I was like, "Holy shit!" I was like, "He has to watch this."
Yeah, she was really, really good. It actually makes me sad that actor from Gen V passed away.
I know. When he told me that, I was like, "No." I was like, "Fuck!" Like he was
Such an integral part.
yes, integral
So
part.
important. That dude was so good.
Mm-hmm.
And it really sucks that someone as
That
talented as him and as young as him, his career was cut short. But hey, dude, like he'll always still be remembered in that role.
Yeah,
and he
hell
was
of a performance.
amazing in
Hell
that.
of a performance,
And,
bro.
yeah, man. I hope that they can continue the story somehow. I don't think that recasting it would be a bad thing, but I do think that do it in a way where it honors him.
Yeah,
And
I agree.
and it pays homage to him. And that's all you can do, man.
Yeah.
That's all you can do. I think it'd be more disrespectful to take his character out of the story.
Oh
for
yeah,
some odd reason.
especially if you don't write it off. Then you're doing a bunch. I never saw Wakanda, so I don't know. I can't speak. But you're really walking on thin ice.
Bro, the plans for Black Panther 2 before Chadwick Boseman passed are fucking insane, bro.
Bad.
They were
Bad.
Oh my god! I was like, this might have been one of the greatest superhero movies of all time. He would have had his. Oh my god! I'm gonna spoil it for you,
I was
dude.
gonna say, well, let's finish Gen V first.
Yeah, I know. Now I'm like, dude, I can't spoil this.
Fuck.
Gen V.
Oh, what did you think about the blonde girl's powers? That shit caught me off guard, bro.
I hate that bitch.
I hate her too, but it was such a plot twist I didn't think coming. The way they were leading it to be, you were like, it's some kind of mind wipe or whatever. And she's there all along.
They really faked it out really
Yes.
good to make it seem like it was that dude that like date rapes people.
Yep, exactly.
And he got the worst of it though. He got his fucking dick blown up.
Yep.
Which he deserved rightfully.
Yep.
And that fucking dude. Oh god, what is his name? Is it it's not Jason. The brother that was in
That's trapped.
that was trapped.
Yeah.
Who gets out like mid season.
Mm-hmm.
What is his name again?
I can't remember, but he was also at the end of the boys season.
Yeah. I do really like his character actually. Also, my fan cast for Jason Todd now for Red Hood.
Oh,
I think he'd be
I don't
really
hate that.
good.
I actually
I
don't
think
hate
he'd be
that at all.
really good fucking
I don't hate that
Robin
at all.
that is just angry and beats the shit out of people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but that's my fan cast. Putting it out there, DC. You can take it. But yeah, dude, Gen V was definitely a 9 out of 10 for me. I enjoyed it.
I totally agree.
It was so fun. And
It was a
in
very
terms,
pleasant
I always
surprise.
get annoyed when big companies have something good, and then they make spin-off and spin-off in the world, right? Sometimes it seems like a gimmick that doesn't work.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it's really fucking awesome. Like Gen V. Gen V was awesome. And now after The Boys, I'm actually excited to see if they have a world they can still build from after The Boys. And I still think they can.
I think that's the whole route.
Yeah,
I really
and
do.
I think that's so
it's
good.
gonna be Boys Ends. Gen V is what's gonna continue. You know what I mean? Because by the end of that, we're gonna be 2 seasons into Gen V.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
3. Oh, 2 by the season 5. Yeah,
by season 5. So then, but the season 5 will lead into.
But there's
gonna
be like another Boys Mexico series coming out.
Oh, is there?
And
Oh, I didn't know that.
then the fucking prequel that just got announced with Soldier Boy. And
Really?
You didn't know that?
I did not know that.
A prequel got announced with Soldier Boy and
I'm so fucking in.
Stormfront.
I'm so
actress?
fucking in.
Yeah, it's
That's
gonna be
awesome.
when they made Payback
Oh.
and the origin of Herogasm.
Fuck yeah, I'm in.
Yeah, dude.
If I can get more Soldier Boy, I'll sign me the fuck
You're
up.
like, yes.
Yeah.
Now.
Yes.
You didn't know
I
that?
did not know that.
You're
I
welcome.
really didn't.
Yeah.
I mean that. You got my genuine fucking reaction.
Yeah, dude.
You know what I mean? That's awesome.
Yeah, dude.
It's fucking awesome.
All right, man. Now back to what we didn't really want to talk about.
the UFC
UFC 304 has just wrapped last weekend.
last weekend. By the time you guys see it, I think it'll be 2 weeks.
Yeah, last weekend, and my goodness, what a shakeup in the welterweight division.
Slammed Leon right on his fucking bald spot.
Me personally, I couldn't let that go. No, I'm just kidding. No, dude, that's what fucking happens when you train with Dagestanis up in the mountains.
Yeah, honestly, yeah.
Dude,
He came out guns a-blazing. I was very impressed.
He came out the way I feel like a contender should come out.
Yeah.
When you're fighting the champion.
Well, I was never a big fan of Leon. I've always felt like he's
I
always
wasn't either,
I've always felt like he's just done enough
To
to
win.
win. Just enough. Like he's not gonna. I mean, granted, you knocked out Kamaru Usman, head kick, spectacular fashion. But up to that point, if if Usman literally just started rotating, pivoting, everything, he would have won. You know what I mean? So it's like,
Yeah.
it's tough to go down that route. Then you're just nitpicking. But man, outside of that, what good wins does he really have? Kobe was coming off of
a year layoff.
Yeah, a year layoff and on a losing streak.
Yeah.
He shouldn't have deserved that title to begin
No,
with.
he beat Jorge because he hadn't fought since Jorge.
But no, I thought he fought Kamaru, didn't he? And lost.
After Jorge?
I could have sworn he fought Kamaru and lost. And then he was coming off of a loss. And then got a title shot. And then he lost again. And now he wants
shit.
another title shot.
Okay, you might be right. He was coming off a loss.
Yeah, he was coming off a loss. It was,
Yeah.
but also the welterweight division was a little eh. Now the welterweight division is like, dude, look who Rockman I think should fight.
I feel like
It's either that or he should fight for number 1 contender. To me, those are the fights. And
Yeah, I agree, dude.
I don't know Bilal can hold on to the... I don't even think he'll make a title defense, to be honest. I really don't.
What also depends on who his first fight to defend is. Honestly.
So if he fought Rakhmonov, do you think he'd win?
No,
I really don't.
I don't think he wins.
And then if he fought... why am I blanking on
Well,
his-
actually, I think if... This doesn't sound crazy, but I think he... I don't know, because Rachmanov was rocked by Jeff Neal.
Yeah.
And I'm like, a part of me feels like if Jeff Neal can hurt Rachmanov, then there's a chance Bilal can.
But I like Jeff Neal. He's good boxing.
No, that's what I'm saying.
I
He
think
has
it was just
good
more
boxing.
like he kept his base.
I don't.
landed a good strike
It's gonna
on
be.
him.
It's gonna be. Honestly, I think this is gonna be a fight where the grappling might be diminished by both, and it's just
It'd be
gonna
like
be
a stand-up.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
like what
agree.
we
It'd be
what
like
we didn't.
neutralize each other.
Yeah, I was gonna say like what we didn't think the first Usman Covington fight would be.
Exactly. We
Yeah.
thought that was.
We
Gonna
thought that was gonna be
snooze fest.
such a fucking snooze fest,
and
and it was like the best fight of the night.
Yeah,
to be
it was a
honest.
great fucking fight.
And we're both
So-
like, do we actually respect Colby?
Yeah.
And then he continued doing what he does, and we're like, nah.
But yeah, I mean that welterweight division is finally shooken up because I feel like it was getting a little stale. And also,
was.
all the people that are saying that Kamaru Usman should fight for a title, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up. Like
No fucking way.
there's just no way.
fucking way.
He's on a 3-fight losing streak.
He
No.
hasn't fought in the welterweight division
Exactly.
since
So
fucking Leon.
I know, and the people calling for that is just wild.
You're wild for trying. No, I respect Usman and what he's done. No, he needs 2 fights minimum.
Yes.
2 fights minimum
I agree.
in the top 5.
I
That's
agree.
it, dude.
I 100% agree.
Because there's like no, and you're fucking crazy for asking for that.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that he thinks he's gonna get it, I don't know, dog.
Yeah, he touched on his
Yeah.
pod and he's like, I was like, dude, I mean, to people that say that he's one of the greatest welterweights of all time, I just disagree. I really do. He's one of them, but to me, GSP is just undoubtedly the greatest welterweight of all time. Like, there's just no question. He's like steps above everyone else.
I don't disagree with that. I think that GSP is the welter. The reason why I can agree with this too is because everyone else is like, everyone now in the welterweight division is like, I want to be better than GSP. The fact that you're saying that alone says that you know who the best welterweight is.
Yeah.
And, fuck, dude, I can't disagree with that take at all. Honestly, especially with, again, how every welterweight that wants the title or it has the title is like, I want to be better than GSP.
Yeah.
And it doesn't wind up happening. That's the crazy part.
Yeah, people that were saying that fucking Leon Edwards is one of the greatest welterweights, that's crazy. I understand his
That's
win
just
streak.
recency bias.
I know,
though.
I understand win streak, and he was on like I think 13, maybe it was 12, but like he was on a crazy win streak. I get that, but like again,
It's also like,
he's
who?
just barely winning.
Yeah.
Barely winning. Like GSP was actually finishing.
Dude, he
people.
couldn't knock out Donald Cerrone. That's the one thing that I couldn't let go.
Yeah,
I was
and he
like,
almost
that's
lost
crazy.
to Nate. He literally almost.
Yeah.
If Nate would have just realized how hurt he was, dude, I think it
Over.
would be a totally different story.
Over.
He would have never gotten a title
Nate
shot.
Diaz as welterweight champ.
Yeah. I mean, hey, let's go. Where is it? Over there now.
Yeah.
Let's go. You're way off.
There
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. And then our boy Tommy Aspinall. Thomas the fucking...
Tearing it up.
Thomas the fucking train, apparently, just running
Yeah.
through everyone just to get to John Jones.
And John Jones
But that
is fucking
destination
scared.
is like running, you know?
Scared as fuck.
Dude, I don't know how. Yeah, dude, Tom is the heavyweight champ.
Yes.
And
I agreed with what, like,
Tom
Curtis
is too
Blaze
nice
was
to
saying-
say it. Tom
Yeah.
is too nice to say it.
Curtis Blaze was even like, I believe this is the heavyweight champion right here. This is who I'm fighting. And I totally agree. The only reason why it's interim is because John is just holding up the division. It's just all it is.
Shit, dude, I'll even allow Stipe to come back and fight fucking Tom so Tom can defend it.
Yeah.
I'd honestly kind of prefer that at this point, just because I'm like,
dude,
John, just retire, dude.
if you look at the heavyweight division, how it currently is, Tom can't even really defend the title again.
He's
beaten everybody.
Yeah, dude.
You know what I mean? Like
He's gonna have to run through all the heavyweights again, and
Yeah.
if he does,
Dude.
if he
I
does,
already think he's the greatest talent of in terms of heavyweights, greatest talent of all time. I already do. Just the speed, and he's literally that new breed of just understanding the game in a different way. Leg kicks, high level striking, good takedowns,
Grappling.
good takedown defense, grappling. Like
His
dude, it's just
his
all
jiu-jitsu is
around
ridiculous.
so good,
And he's been training since like 6.
Mm-hmm.
So we're in this breed of like, where like there's a lot of boxers that started boxing at that age, right?
Yeah.
Like 5 and up, right? And that's what they committed to. Now we're in the age of there are fucking kids doing that with MMA.
But see, here's
Those
the thing,
kids
though.
are gonna grow up to be fucking dangerous,
Yes, they
bro.
are. But here's the
Like,
thing,
that's
though,
crazy.
is that I feel like Tom is literally years ahead, though.
I don't disagree.
Like right now, I feel
don't
like
disagree.
there's kids doing that are going to be heavyweights.
Yeah.
But where Tom was, because you got to think about, well, he's 31, I think. So when he was training, that was like 2011.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He was in there doing that shit. So he's already ahead of the game, in my opinion. I don't think there's anyone going to be in his realm for at least 3 years.
Dude,
4
he was
years.
gonna quit MMA.
I know, I saw that.
You saw that video?
Yeah,
where
I
he's gonna
did.
do boxing.
Crazy.
In another world, I do think that with his work ethic and the way that he trains, in another world, there is a Tom Aspinall that is heavyweight undisputed.
Mm-hmm.
Straight up, I'm being real.
I mean, dude, I think he'll beat John. I think he has the skills to do it.
yeah, dude, I think he's a better striker. I think that he's heavier, more adjusted to the weight.
He's a true heavyweight.
That too. Yeah, dude, I just don't see how John can get through Tom. I'll tell you what though, if the fight fucking happens and John does beat Tom, then we can all shut the fuck up.
Yeah, we'll shut.
But until
I'll
then,
eat that bullet. But
until then,
I just don't see it.
Yeah.
Where John is currently in his career, I just don't see it.
and with his injuries,
Mm-hmm.
I just don't see him coming back and being
Even
what
if
he was.
let's go before the injury. The the John Jones that fought Cyril Gahn, I don't think he would beat Tom Aspinall. I don't. I really
Wow.
don't, because he would have just. It's the well-roundedness
Yeah.
of what he's going against. That's where the big problem lies for
Yeah.
John Jones. It's well-roundedness in the heavyweight division. It's really specialists.
Dude,
that are there.
Tom could fight Cyril Gahn. That'd be a really fun fight.
But the only thing is that
Cyril doesn't deserve it. I know.
He doesn't deserve it.
I know.
Exactly. And another thing,
But you
is
can't, like,
I don't
if
even
build up-
feel like he needs. I just would, dude. How many times in the UFC history has the interim been defended? It's already like, I think this is already a record, if I'm not mistaken. The only one I can think of is Kevin Brow, and he ended up getting promoted to undisputed. That's the only other person I can think of that defended it this many times for interim. I don't know. He should be promoted. I think John should be stripped, and that fight can still happen.
Yeah.
He can still fight Stipe.
Mm-hmm.
The name is still there.
The name value and the value of who the greatest fighter of all time can be had can still happen.
Yeah.
But the fact that you're holding the title hostage is essentially what's pissing off everyone.
It's pissing me off, man.
So, I mean, I get it. And speaking of pissing me off, UFC Noche. Yeah, dude. I'm sorry. I like Sean, but I don't think he's a strong enough name to headline his own card the way that they are trying to promote it. I'm sorry, dude, because the last card that he had, let's not forget, our boy DP was the co-main.
I was gonna
and
say
that whole card was
Yep.
stacked. That is how you do it. You stack the card with good fights. And lately, bro, I have not been wanting to buy a UFC pay-per-view.
dude,
and
the
I hate to
UFC
say
has
it.
been really very, very dry. It's dry, very dry. Right
Yeah.
now. Very dry. And it's
Dry
just
in
like,
the Sahara.
exactly, and it's just like, man, the way Dana was hyping it up for this whole, it's gonna be a whole love letter to Mexican fighters, and I'm like,
As a Mexican, I feel offended.
exactly, I'm like, dude, you should have had some names on there.
Because
you
also,
know what I
dude,
mean?
your main event is fucking a style versus style, bro.
Yeah.
Every Mexican is gonna see that fight and think it's boring as shit.
I agree. I
I'm
mean,
being real, dude.
dude,
Because
like,
Marab, what do you think Marab is gonna fucking do? He's not gonna
fucking wrestle.
strike.
He's gonna wrestle, and you know what I mean. Like,
And if Sean can't negate that, that's not gonna make an exciting fight. So you're really rolling the dice on UFC Noche.
Yeah.
The fact that you're putting this much money into the production, as you're saying, and this is your card, that's insane to me.
yeah,
That's insane. It could also be the fact because they're putting so much money into the production that they can't afford to get any other fighters. I don't know if that's the case, but it kind of
You know
feels that
what?
way.
That actually might be true.
That it kind of feels that way because, like, again, dude, I love Sean and I will watch Sean fight any day of the week.
I don't love him, but I watch him.
Well, watching him fight, I like watching him fight.
Yeah,
I love
he's
watching
a great
him
fighting
fight.
style,
But dude,
to me, he just has like a very dry. Like I feel like his personality is very dry for the way he
presents himself.
Like he's like wearing the glasses, he has the cars and everything like that. But he just has such a dry sense of humor and like he's not witty and.
I think
this is all just like personality thing. In terms of the cage, I think he's an excellent fighter.
Well, to be fair, I think a lot of fighters in the UFC think they're witty, but they're really not.
Well, no, but again, it really goes to the perception of what you're perceiving yourself. You know, you got the hair, you got the glasses, you got the freaking fuzzy, shirt and everything like that.
Yeah.
When you just see it, you kind of like you expect something like Connor.
It would be so funny if he was just like trying to be a strong but silent type, but just still dressed the same way he did. So he just had sunglasses and just said one word into the mic. I feel like fans would go crazy for that.
I agree, honestly. I probably like him more.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But,
like, I don't want to say, like, I hate him, but there's just things about him. And like how you said, I just don't think you can really have him headline a card like that. I mean, maybe I'll be shocked and maybe they'll break fucking records, but I doubt it. I don't think
that this card is going to make its pay-per-view buys back at all.
Especially if they're putting that much money. What he was saying, it was like 20 million.
And this isn't even me trying to hate again on like Sean or any of the fighters. Well, it's just that this card,
I don't think
as a Mexican.
Yeah. But see, I don't think it's hating though. I really don't, because it's like you got to think about what the UFC has conditioned us to do.
Yeah.
We've always been like, dude, they're putting on banger fights, man. This is stacked fucking card. We got to watch this. We got to figure it out. I got to call out of work. You know what I mean? Like, you're doing these things to make sure you watch this fight.
They need to
This is not that.
Well, how we buy their pay-per-views. They need to set it up and be like, we need 3 absolute fucking bangers, and the last 2 fights could be contenders making a name on the pay-per-view card. But they're like the first fights. That's what you need to do.
You got to do. It's very simple. It's very simple.
Just hire us.
Even if you just look at the card, I think it's 3. Was it 308 or 307? One that just got might be 309. I don't know. But the one that
308. With Max.
Yeah, Max. That card's fucking stacked, dude. That's the type of card I was expecting.
And I'm not waiting to buy that till like November, so or is it October?
It's pretty late, yeah. It's far out there. They don't even have 307 made yet. Yeah, they launched that.
You're fucking 307's gonna be mid. I already know.
Yeah, it is. If it's not already decided, it's gonna be mid.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, I think the UFC's in a big dry spell right now.
Yeah, dude. It really is. And speaking of dry spell, the Abu Dhabi results just happened. What do you think of the UFC Abu Dhabi?
I mean, he knows how I feel about Corey. I think Corey is so fucking talented. He's so talented. But he just has these moments. Like, perfect example. I was a big TJ fan. I don't know why I was, but I am. I still don't know why. Even after all the PVs and everything. I was just a fan of TJ.
He just doesn't seem like a cool guy, but that's just why I don't like him.
In that fight, he was winning. He was winning very handedly. He was rocking him. He was stunning him. And then that third round, I think he got, this is all memory, he got taken down, and then it was just coast. I remember him just coasting, and TJ pressing the pace, and getting takedowns. Even if he didn't keep him down, he was still getting them. And those things matter. And I feel like that mentality, he'll like get in these like, I don't even know. It's not like he doesn't have killer instinct, because he's had some amazing knockouts. It's just like, I don't know, maybe it's the coaches or because like even when I tuned in, I didn't watch the whole card. I only watched I tuned in from like the last 2 rounds, and from what I was gathering, he was down, and they're like heel hooks. You got to go for heel hooks, and it's like heel hooks. No, bro, you gotta be throwing the fucking bomb. Like you gotta be going for the knockout right now.
Yeah, dude.
You gotta be sealing these rounds. Like I don't know if it's the people in this corner or what. But I feel like it's just a little bit of a wasted talent, and that sounds so bad and sad to say.
Yeah, because I think Corey could be. I don't think he's sold enough to the mainstream MMA crowd as much as he should be, because he's so exciting to watch fight.
Yeah.
But like you said, dude, I just feel like he gets in these big fights where it matters. It just, I don't know if it's, I don't want to say it's him choking, but it's him letting it go away, maybe just not doing enough. That's the vibe I get. Yeah, man, because it's still crazy because he got the title shot even after the TJ fight.
Yep.
Remember?
And then he got hurt.
That fight though, I feel like he tried harder than he did in the TJ fight. He still lost handedly though.
Yeah.
But again, dude, it's just, man, it's a mentality you gotta have.
Yeah, I don't know what word to put it in. What captures how he fights? Like it's always like at the end, like he can start off hot, and then it just gradually he just gets too complacent. I just don't know what to fucking how else to say it. It's just complacency, I guess.
Yeah. But
I mean, to me, dude, you can't tell me that if he would have won this. Dude, I would have been so fucking hyped for him to fight. I'm assuming John O'Malley wins. I'm picking him to win.
Yeah.
That fight would have been great. That fight would have been awesome.
It was lined up for him.
It was that would have been so fucking awesome. But now it's like, okay.
Now Sean's got to fight two wrestlers back to back.
Yeah.
And to the point where you're like,
does this guy even deserve a title shot? This was his first.
Fuck no.
Exactly. This is his first time.
And if he
going
does,
into
that's
the top
fucking
10.
ridiculous, bro. I don't give a shit if you.
No, it should be Peter Yan versus the guy that just won. What's his name?
Davidson Figueroa.
Yes, that should be a #1 contender fight, in my opinion.
Yes, because that's a more exciting. Because whoever wins is a more exciting fight for Sean to fight afterwards. Yeah. I'm sorry.
And if Yan wins, you get him in 2.
Or you give Davidson Figueroa the fucking Dagestani. I think he could really actually negate his grappling and just throw. That's a good fight.
Yeah,
that's a good fight.
Sign us up. We'll be the matchmaker
for real.
Like that's a great fight. I'm up for that fight.
Yeah.
You know
if you don't get Peter Yan versus Davidson Figueroa, Davidson Figueroa versus Umar. That's the way to do it.
I also just want Peter Yan to be champion again. So.
Yeah.
That's my boy.
Yeah, he just has such. I miss seeing him up at the top, to be honest. But yeah, man, I think that's all we have today, right?
I think that's a good place to cut it off.
Right.
If you guys are new here, consider subscribing. We greatly appreciate it. Till next time, peace.
Bye.